guys, make sure to check out 5-9 Gaming. There's like 60 YouTube channels, Twitter, Twitch, all of it for more kooky, zany stuff like this. Fire! Nas, one more! What? Nas, get back! Where are you going? Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have our boy LR Bardock's EZA. We got Bardock fully EZA'd, fully ready to go, full link level 10 to see how good his performance is going to be. I am a little bit excited about Bardock because I think he's going to be a little bit better than LR Gohan, who I think a lot of times can struggle for damage, and then LR Majin Vegeta, who a lot of times will struggle for defense. Bardock is, I think, going to be quite a bit better. I mean, we can take a look at him. So right here, this is essentially the level of defense that, like, Majin Vegeta would have. Like, you know, 174k-ish, like, somewhere in that range. But Majin Vegeta does not get any defense on super attack or anything like that, which hurts him, right? Whereas LR Bardock, he gets 50% defense on his 12 key, and then he gets 30% defense on his 18 key. And again, the way to really make comparisons with characters, I think, is to compare them to sort of like similar instances, right? So like, you know, Bardock, I compare to STR Broly in LR Gohan, Goku and Frieza, Majin Vegeta, right? Whereas like, you know, like Int, Super Saiyan Goku and Full Power Frieza, I think the best comparison to them is to like, you know, STR Vegito, Buhan, UI Goku, right? I think that's the way you should sort of do it, is like the different tiers of character and sort of compare them in that fashion. So, I mean, this is actually a pretty good turn for Bardock. We'll be able to have quite a few links here. So, Bardock's link set is Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, that's a really good link. Team Bardock, that link sucks because we're almost never going to have that active with good units, right? Like, yeah, you could activate it, but not with good units. Then he has Saiyan Pride, Prepared for Battle, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. So, a pretty good turn right here in terms of his links. We'll be able to get a lot of ki, right? So Bardock is at 174k. Remember, he's getting 30% defense on super attack, so he'll be well over 200k defense, which would be good, right? You know, getting him above that threshold is very, very helpful. Bardock, one good thing about him is that against one enemy, he's getting 6 ki at the start of turn, very good ki effect. And then against multiple enemies, he gets 4 ki at the start of turn. So, ki, I think, yeah, 6.36 with the over 200k defense, stuff like that. I mean, I'll take that. I think Bardock is actually going to be pretty good in that he is a character I could see impacting a lot of difficult content, right? Like, you could actually bring him into the Legendary Vegeta event, Legendary Goku event. He'll perform well. You could bring him into Super Battle Road, where I think he's going to be really good in Super Battle Road, right? So, like, that's good. I actually think they did give us an LR EZA here who is going to be impactful on the game. Whereas, like, again, Majin Vegeta, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Gohan. It's like Gohan works in that I could kind of just, like, throw him in a team. And it's like, you know, as long as he's super attacking defensively, Gohan is pretty solid, right? But the damage for him, it's just rough. Unless you're getting a lot of ki orbs for that in LR Gohan, right? Bardock, I feel like his damage, defense, ki, links, a lot of this is just going to be very consistent, which I like. This is going to be another really good turn for Bardock right here. We're going to have, yeah, everything active except for a shitty-ass Team Bardock, and then Shattering the Limit. 174k defense right here, okay? Bardock is going to work rather well with the LR Vegeta Exchange Goku, right? I mean, they have, what? Saiyan Lineage, no, that's Saiyan Pride, Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Legendary Power. This is the links that they have active. My Goku and Vegeta is almost done. I've been grinding his ass off during these Dead by Daylight streams recently. Alright, so let's see what damage Bardock gets right here. Now, Bardock, right, 100% attack and defense start a turn. He gets 20% attack at the start of each turn, so he's going to be a little bit stronger here. 40% attack on 18 ki, which means support is going to help him get extra, like bigger numbers. He also gets a massive attack buff against a Frieza unit as well. So Bardock, like, he's got a lot going for him, man. The more I'm seeing of him in action, the more I'm using him, the more I'm actually liking this Bardock. Yeah, 8 million right there. I gave him a lot of additionals too because, again, that greatly raised defense on 12 ki is very powerful. So if you get that additional super with him, you know, the 18 key, his defense is already like 220k or something like that. I think another 50% defense on top of that, like, Bardock is going to be very tanky along with good attack stat numbers. Alright, so now we're over here on the Goku family team. This will be an interesting turn right here, because we'll be able to get a lot of Bardock's links active. And this is also Bardock's first turn. So, Bardock gets this massive attack buff the first turn against Frieza, right? Actually, it's when there is an enemy whose name includes Frieza. So we could go into, like, the reps of Universe 7 Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, actually. Build up all of Bardock's attack, and then get the massive 100% attack at the end against the Frieza enemy, right? Now, that 100% attack is going to be good. It's going to be a guaranteed crit against Frieza, but it's not very practical, right? It's just one of these things. By the way, apparently we're starting to turn out at 24 key, which is interesting. It's not like I haven't used a key item or anything. We're just starting out at 24 key, okay? I think that's pretty good. In terms of links, we have everything active here except for Team Bardock and then Saiyan Pride. I would say those are the two links you'll probably... Like if you don't have links for Bardock active, defense 172k, it's probably those two links, right? Team Bardock and Saiyan Pride. You know, there's a lot of good units that have Saiyan Pride, like the new LR Vegeta and Goku exchange unit, but those are probably the two you are least likely to have active on Bardock, right? Are those two? All right, so we get up to 8.58 turn 1. I think Bardock is going to work reasonably well with the LR Namek Goku, too. Like, remember, the thing about Bardock, man, Bardock is on a lot of teams. And, you know, some of these teams are throwaways, like Low Class Warrior, Team Bardock. Storied Figures is not really impressive, right? More so than anything, those teams are kind of like throwaways. But, I mean, Bardock, these are teams that still need help. Like, you know, I'm not going to be surprised when some Infinite Dragon Ball History stage in the future needs low-class warriors or Storied Figured or something like that. And, like, Bardock being as good as he is, he seems very solid. It's very easy to make this Bardock look good. I think I'm going to do another run probably with Goku family because, I mean, that was very fast right there. But, yeah, Bardock is looking solid to me, man. I'm liking this Bardock unit quite a bit. Alright, we're over here on Goku family again, turn 1. Let's see what Bardock's defense is here, 193k. Remember, it's very easy to make units look good with the AGL Kid Gohan around, one of the more impressive units in the game. Whenever I'm using him, I really just want to take the chance to go crazy about this guy, because he is ridiculous. This is a type of unit that you'll be able to throw on every single team. He's great, he helps the team, he's strong defensively. Like, this Kid Gohan is really, really, really good. He's actually, like, one of my favorite units of the year. I adore that Kid Gohan. He is tremendous, man. Alright, so Bardock here, we have, what, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, and Shattering the Limit active right there. Again, 193k is pretty good. And, I mean, you know, with a lot of these team builds, sure, you know, we've got some support and stuff like that, but, again, Bardock is a unit where I think Ki is not really going to be an issue for him too much. 5 million right there. Not the craziest. Bardock certainly is getting a lot of attack from links. Because, I mean, this is a support-heavy turn. But, I mean, I guess Kid Gohan, like, the support he gives is key in defense. It's not like he's giving attack support to Bardock, right? But, again, the whole point is we're getting just a lot of different situations with our boy LR Bardock here. Sort of seeing him build up his damage, you know, seeing kind of the differences and stuff like that. We'll do one more turn here on Goku family. And then maybe we'll go to, like, Storied Figures or something. I mean, that's a team where, you know, we could do shenanigans with the LR Tapion active skills and stuff. Maybe, you know, I can go into, like, an Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. We could sort of see, you know, Bardock getting that extra big attack buff against that Goku and Frieza unit at the end there, right? We could, you know, sort of see the different, very high numbers that Bardock is capable of doing, but he's strong. Oh, you know what? Next, let me go into a stage where we're fighting multiple enemies so we can take a look at what his defense looks like, right? And then, of course, you know, because he gets extra defense against multiple enemies. Really, there's no advantage to fighting one enemy anymore, because previously, right, you would get Ki against one enemy, but you wouldn't get Ki against multiple enemies. This is the way Bardock worked, right? but now he's still getting key against multiple enemies. Bardock is again, quite good. Alright, so we have Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, and Shattering the Limits right there. Let's see how Bardock is looking here. And again, it's pretty easy to just be sitting there at 24 key the whole time. Okay. 188k defense for our boy Bardock. He's looking pretty good. Yeah, because it's like these numbers are going to carry over to difficult content, man. Like, you know, like he's not just at 188k defense. He's getting super attack effects. Now, you could get away with him sometimes in slot 1, right? But for the most part, you know, you probably want Bardock in slot 2, slot 3, and stuff like that. You know, but remember, he's also sealing on his 18 key as well. You know, in like Super Battle Road, that could be good, right? Like sealing enemies in Super Battle Road is definitely very powerful, especially in that Team Bardock stage, right? Remember, there's that freeze at the end that's ridiculously powerful. And now you kind of have LR Bardock who could carry you through it. Like, that's what's funny. That Team Bardock stage is a little annoying, but global, you guys are going to have no trouble with it because you got this Bardock who's just going to shit on the stage, man. All right, let's keep going. Remember, Bardock's in a bunch of teams. We could even try, like, Connected Hope and stuff like that. We'll keep going. We'll keep taking a look at how good this Bardock is, man. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed for sure. All right, so we're on the Pure Saiyan team again. I have Bardock up with this LR Team Bardock here as well. Now, by the way, take a look at LR Bardock's defense here, right? So he is certainly a Super Battle Road killer. 260k defense at the start of turn is actually ridiculously good, but he's still getting the super attack buffs on super attack as well. Now, another reason is this guy, this LR right here, this LR Team Bardock. This is going to make any Team Bardock characters look good, but this unit sucks. They've aged. Like, it's... Not only are we still unable to rainbow them, by the way, but guess what? They now need an EZA. Saiyan Day 2020, like, I feel like you actually... Like, that is the worst celebration in Dokkan history, right? Like, I just, like, Saiyan Day 2020 is just so bad. And every... like, thing that happens just makes Saiyan Day 2020 even worse. It's ridiculous how horrible of a celebration Saiyan Day 2020 ended up being, right? But this unit, it's like we could use this unit to make LR Bardock look good, but outside of, like, the Team Bardock stage of Super Battle Road, like, I don't know when you would ever use this character, right? So it's like, yeah, to use them to power up, you know, LR Bardock in that Super Battle Road stage, which is coming to global soon, yeah, for sure. And LR Bardock is going to completely solo the stage. But when it comes to running Bardock in actual content, you think that 100k defensive stat right there is pretty good? Because it's not. It's not. And guess what? By the way, my LR Team Bardock is full level 10 links. So that's it. They stop, unfortunately. All they do is raise attack on their super attack effect. They're so bad. They're so bad. All right, so let's see what LR Bardock does right here. Remember that the LR Team Bardock, they're giving a 60% support type buff to Bardock. So, you know, we can get some nasty numbers. Yeah, dude, 7.37 right there. I mean, that's... I'll definitely take that with the 400k plus defense or whatever. Oh, damn, only the additional normal. Because if we got the additional super right there, remember... 50% defense on 12 key, brah. Whew. That's a spicy one right there. This Bardock, I like him. I do. And I don't think it's gonna be like Majin Vegeta or Gohan, where as time goes on, I slowly am like, I feel like this Bardock is solid. Like what I'm looking at right here is like the numbers required, I think, to be very capable in a lot of this difficult content. So I'm tempted, just seeing enough already, to say that he's way better than in LR Gohan and Majin Vegeta. I think he's way better than them. I don't know if I would put him... I don't know how far or close he is to Goku and Frieza and STR Broly, but I'm definitely impressed with what we're seeing from Bardock here, man, for sure. All right, another really crazy rotation. We'll have all of his links active except for Shattering the Limit. I do want to get him to full 24 key. I'm gonna keep him. I mean, I could just... Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do this right here. Wait, do they give... all allies a buff? Yeah, they do. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this right there. I don't know why my charger stopped working. I'm gonna use a key up item, set the LR Team Bardock super attacks first. Gives a little bit of an attack buff, 261k defense, of course, is very good. All right, so let's see the numbers that LR Bardock gets. Remember that, you know, he needs to be on 3 turns to maximize his damage. This is only his 2nd turn. So, you know, we could still get additional damage from Bardock here, right? Like, if he had 1 more turn after this, we could get even higher damage numbers. All right, so LR Bardock. Okay, after we watch Trunks and Goten. Yep, we got it, we got it. Okay, thank you, goodbye, see ya. 10. Okay. It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I certainly can say I would rather STR transforming Namek Goku had gotten his EZA instead. I definitely would have liked that a lot better, but I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this Bardock, man. He's looking real good. Bardock is looking real good. All right, so let's get a couple more looks at Bardock, just sort of see him build up, see some of the power that our boy can get right here. So we're over here on the Sibling Bond slash, you know, Storied Figures team, led by the double LR Tapion. We can definitely get some good situations in here and see some powerful, sort of like you know, turns, I guess, just by our boy LR Bardock. He is going to build up sort of as we're going through. So, you know, we do want to keep that in mind, right? Sort of watch LR Bardock's damage jump up a little bit. I probably will pop the double LR Tapion's active skill just to see, you know, what our boy LR Bardock is capable of. But, I mean, on some of these turns, I mean, he was, what, over 200k defense at the start of turn? You know, gets 30% on 18 key. He's getting 50% on 12 key. I think Bardock is, again, going to be very effective, really, in sort of a lot of the different content and stages that are going to be present in the game. So definitely make sure you guys get the Bardock EZA done. Don't be nervous about, you know, like, it's always weird. There's always like lots of like questions, stuff like that, like, oh, should I do Bardock's EZA? Should I EZA this character? Really, you should always EZA every character. I mean, there's no reason not to EZA a lot of these characters. Many of them could come in clutch for a lot of different situations. I mean, maybe at this point, a character like, I don't know, AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you're probably not going to get a lot of value out of, right, at this point. But, like, many, like, sort of, like, newer characters who have EZA'd and stuff can definitely be pretty good. Alright, so on this turn, we're still going to be getting a lot of these same links active for our boy LR Bardock, right? We have, what, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, as well as Prepared for Battle. 200k defense at the start of turn. Yeah, Bardock, he's looking pretty good to me. I'm thinking that this is a bad boy. I'm totally okay with some of these numbers that he's putting up, right? Again, with the consistent links and stuff like that. 5.5, I mean, I will say this. It definitely seems to me like a lot of this power, like getting like legendary power active, Saiyan Pride active, like those types of links are definitely going to add a lot of power to Bardock, right? Because remember that there is a big difference between characters having Fierce Battle and Shattering the Limit. Fierce Battle is just way better, just because all of the good characters in the game have basically got it, right? Here, let's yeah, let's have a little fun. Let's go ahead and pop both LR Tapion's active skills right here. So it's going to give us a 2-turn buff for our boy Bardock, as well as having a lot of support next turn. And Bardock is also fully built up, right? So we can see Bardock at this point put up, like, should be a fairly sizable attack set, I'm thinking. These Tapions are... LR Tapion is a very good unit. It's just, like, he's very limited in, like, the teams you can run him and stuff like that. Like, the LR Tapion support type buff, I think the fact that it's limited to certain categories hurts them a little bit. I think the unit would have been quite a bit more exceptional if LR Tapion, again, was not limited to just those categories. I think he could have just given, like, I don't know, maybe like super class allies 4 key, 40% attack and defense. I mean, dude, he's a summonable LR, right? Like, I think that would have made LR Tapion, I think, quite a bit better. I mean, that would have hurt a little bit for sure on his own team, though. So maybe just do all allies 4 key and 40% attack and defense. Because, right, remember, on Storied Figures, you've got a lot of characters like Bojack and Kid Buu and stuff like that. Alright, so what do we got right here in terms of attack stats from Bardock? 214k defense at the start there. Definitely seems pretty good. I love that we're starting here at 24 key. That's always fun. Alright, let's see what numbers we get. Remember, we're getting a lot of support right here. What are we getting? 90% support just on the rotation from the Gohan and the GT Trunks and Goten. Then, of course, we got the double active skill buffs from last turn as well. So, show me the damage, Bardock. Let's see. Give me a good, sexy, solid number right here. And we're up to 9.71. Not the highest we've seen in the video, but still pretty good. I kind of want to go to Space Traveling Warriors as well. I might only do, like, 1 turn or something, though, at the end. But, I mean, the way it works, right, is Bardock gets that 100% attack the first time he's up against a Frieza enemy. I mean, again, we could do that in that Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, right? You know, we could have Bardock get that huge attack buff while being fully built up. And we could potentially see Bardock, I think, put up some really good numbers. So maybe I'll just go take a look at that against that Frieza, and then we will finish up. Alright, so now we can see what our boy Bardock is capable of doing. Not really the greatest situation, but I mean, I don't know. This is Bardock's first turn. Saiyan Lineage, Shattering the Limit, and prepared for, Saiyan Lineage, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power with LRB Pan. I mean, Legendary Power is that big attack link for Bardock, right? So let's see how this does. Defense at 166, but again, he's getting all this defense after he supers, right? We're getting support from Bojack turn 1, 5.69 right there. With support from Bojack and stuff like that. Yeah, Bardock is good, but he's definitely one of these characters that, it's like, once we get, like, you know, a lot of his links active, or you have that int LR, that's where he's like, whoa, like, super good. He's still really good, but, like, it's like, I feel like when you get that int LR next to Bardock, that's when it's like, god damn, this boy can hit hard, right? We are sort of building up. I guess we'll come back once I get to our boy Vegeta, or excuse me, once we get to Frieza. We'll come back once I get to Frieza and sort of see how we're going to look, right? When he's got the full build up, he's got that 60% extra attack for the start of each turn, and then we also have the 100% attack going up against the Frieza. Real quick, I did want to show this. So Goku, Trunks, and Pan and LR Bardock actually link very, very well together. Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Legendary Power, and Shattering the Limit. So these two, again, are a real nice little combo. The only thing is, I mean, we definitely probably want to rock Bardock in slot 1 right here. He's going to be quite a bit better defensively than Goku, Trunks, and Pan if they're not able to super attack first. But Bardock does, of course, also want the super attack first. That's the problem with a lot of these characters. When they always need to be in slot 2, right? Like, you know, good linking partners always can be a bit of an issue. Because, like, okay, like, I want to put Bardock and Goku, Trunks, and Pan in slot 2. Although, Bardock is going to be better in slot 1 than Goku, Trunks, and Pan. There's the double super. So, when he does that, dude, his defense is going to be so high, right? Because he's getting 30% on the 18 key and then 50% on the 12 key. That is going to be a ridiculously big number. Alright, so we got another good turn here that I do want to sort of get right here. So this is going to be Bardock with all 7 links active and no support. So I think this is a good rotation to see right here. Again, no support and all 7 links active. 164k defense. Okay, Bardock. Let's see what our boy has got for us. Let's see how much damage LR Bardock is able to put up right here. I mean, if he could get above, like, 7 million, I'd really like that. With no support in this situation. Oh, okay. 8 million. Yeah, dude, all these links, like, so, like, I've called the team Bardock link bad. I guarantee you there's already a comment on this video, where it's like, well, actually, the buff is really good. 2 key, 10% attack and defense. It's so good. Which it is. That's a good link in terms of effect. Guess what? you're not really going to have the Team Bardock link active too often, right? Like, I brought that EGL Bardock for the showcase, but do you guys run a lot of these characters here? Let me know. The answer is you do not. You do not, right? Now, I'll tell you, these guys right here, oh, of course, right as I'm showing it, the DM cord. We got to get a cord at least once in the video, right? Especially these long level 10 link videos. These two Bardocks, okay, cord, dude. Yeah, Hayaku. When they get their EZA, they're going to be crazy, right? So that is going to, like, this Bardock and then, like, this Bardock together, that's going to be nasty. But they haven't quite gotten their EZAs yet, right? You want to talk about these are probably the sub EZAs I'm the most hyped for. It's the trio of Bardocks, right? Super Saiyan 2 STR, the physical Super Saiyan 1, and then the tech Super Saiyan Bardock. They're going to be crazy. This is a good link in terms of effect, but you don't run this trash on here, right? It's LR Bardock is basically the only good unit on here, essentially, right? So, all right, let's keep going. Again, I want to get to this Frieza and, you know, sort of see the damage that we're getting there. All right, as I'm sort of going through this event, I'm getting, like, turns and turns that I want to show. So here we have Bardock. I could get 6 out of 7 here, but I can't. I mean, do that AGL Grade 8 Bardock. Look at him. We're not putting him in slot 1. I regret bringing him. I mean, it led to some good situations to show for the showcase, but I certainly regret bringing this guy. He's bad. All right, so let's go ahead and see what LR Bardock does on this turn. 5 out of 7 links active, and we're getting some support from Turles as well. What attack stats? And we get 8.17, so... yeah, I mean, that level of damage, his defense is going to be solid. Bardock, you know, he's usable in these long, difficult events. He's looking good. Yeah, I think this Bardock is fine, man. He's a nice little unit here for sure. All right, guys, so let's go and take a look at what we've got in terms of damage on this turn and defense and stuff like that. So in terms of links, we'll have 5 out of 7. We'll have LRB Pan's active skill up, and then, of course, Bardock is getting, like, all of his attack buffs. Should be a guaranteed crit as well. I'll be very... actually, let me put B-Pan in slot 1, just in case. I don't want to put Goku, Trunks, and Pan in slot 1, and then they end up finishing, like, Goku and Frieza or something like that. That'd be bad. But let's see. I mean, this should be a good turn for Goku, Trunks, and Pan as well. I'm curious to see what they're going to be able to put up. All right, so let's go ahead and see what damage does LR Bardock get on this turn. Again, with all of his attack built up, you know, the first 3 turns, he gets 20% attack at the start of each turn. And then, of course, the first time we're up against Frieza, he gets the extra 100% attack as well. LR Bardock, my boy, what do you have for us? And Bardock gives us a... okay, let's watch Goku and Frieza. Okay. All right, good number. And Bardock, 12 mil. There we go. That's what happens when he is fully built up against a Frieza enemy. Not a very practical situation, but good damage regardless, I would say. All right, not bad. Bardock is good. I like the Bardock quite a bit. All right, so this is Dazzling Life Force, Bardock. His leader skill is Super Physical Type Key 4 and 120% stats, or Extreme Physical Key 3 and 90% stats. His 12 key super attack is the Final Spirit Cannon, which greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers enemy defense. His 18 key super attack, Spirit of Saiyans, gives him a 30% attack buff for 1 turn. Mega Colossal damage, and he seals. Very good for a Super Battle Road. His passive skill, Change of Fate, gives him 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 20% attack at the start of each turn, up to a max of 59%. So after 3 turns, he'll be fully built up. And then he gets 40% attack when doing an 18-key super attack. He gets 6 key against only 1 enemy, a very good key ability. This is basically back-to-back LRs. I mean, you could say Gohan and Krillin have a good key mechanic as well, which is the extra key per orb. So we just got a bunch of summonable LRs that have good, like, ways to get key, right? Which is always very important for LRs. But Bardock gets 6 key when facing 1 enemy, and then against 2 enemies, he gets 4 key and 70% defense, which is good. Then he gets an additional buff of 12 ki and 100% attack once only against a Frieza enemy, or a enemy whose name includes Frieza. And then he does guaranteed crits if there's an enemy Frieza, basically. So the 12 ki and 100% attack only happens once, but he does guaranteed crits against Frieza enemies anyway, right? His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Team Bardock, Saiyan Pride, Prepared for Battle, Shattering Limit, and Legendary Power. Should be fairly easy to have, 3 out of 7 links active for Bardock quite often, right? 12 ki multiplier, 150%, 24 ki multiplier, 200%, same as always. In terms of EZAs, is there an EZA Bardock would be great for? Int Kid Buu. Int Kid Buu, Bardock will help you acquire a lot of Zenny, so that's good. And then finally, our boy LR Bardock is on a number of teams here. So for starters, he's on Low Class Warrior. Definitely the best unit on this team. Low Class Warrior, not exactly a great team. He's also over here on the Pure Saiyan team. As if Pure Saiyan is so funny. Pure Saiyan is already like the best team in the game times 5. And then it's just like, then they drop this unit on there, and now LR Bardock gets his EZA. Pure Saiyan is just like so far and away the best team. It's just crazy. Then, of course, Bardock is also over here on the Goku family team, another outstanding, exceptional team. Bardock is also over here on the Team Bardock category, which sucks, but he is the best unit on the category. By the way, this gets a Super Battle Road stage soon on Global. LR Bardock will completely dominate it. Bardock is also on All Out Struggle. Another pretty limited team. Another stage getting a Super Battle Road stage very soon on Global, by the way. So Bardock could be pretty good there. I probably will do a video on Bardock in this stage, I think. Then our boy Bardock is also on Space Traveling Warriors, a team that got a lot of buffs during the $350 million celebration with, the presumptive or best unit in the game, I guess. Although, again, I do kind of like UI Goku a little bit better, but, I mean, I don't really argue Frieza as one, right? And then, of course, we have Connected Hope. Bardock is on. Bardock could definitely be very, very good over on Connected Hope. Another very limited team, so it's good to get like a massive buff to this team. And then finally, Bardock is on Storied Figures, another very limited team. So there's our boy EZA LR Bardock. I'm actually fairly impressed. I do think he's a lot better than Majin Vegeta in LR Gohan, which is really, really a good thing, man.